If you're a mechanical engineer or someone aspiring to be one, then let me ask you something. What's your plan to get ahead of the competition? Because let's be honest, mechanical engineering is an incredible field, but it's also highly competitive. And the truth is that in 2025, if you're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing, then you're not going to stand out. So in this video, I'm going to share the strategies, the mindsets, and the actions that will put you ahead of 99% of mechanical engineers. And I'm not here to give you generic advice. I want to give you tips and perspectives that most people aren't even thinking about. And I have laid out this plan and strategy by talking to a lot of senior mechanical engineers, a lot of professors, a lot of people working in this industry. And I'm going to share it all here with you guys today. And by the end of this video, you'll have a thorough understanding of actionable steps to take in order to get ahead of 99% of mechanical engineers. So without further ado, let's get into the video right away. And the first and most important step is, stop being a generalist. Stop thinking like a generalist. Because here's the problem. Too many mechanical engineers graduate with a broad understanding of the field, but not expertise in one specific area. They know a little bit about thermodynamics, a little bit about fluid mechanics, a little bit about CAD. But in 2025, knowing a little bit about a lot won't get you hired. It will actually get you overlooked. So what you need to do is specialize, find one area of mechanical engineering that really excites you and then go all in. Maybe it's robotics, maybe it's renewable energy, maybe it's additive manufacturing, maybe it's biomechanical systems. The key is to pick something that aligns with your interests and where the industry is growing. Because here's the secret. Specialists get paid more, they get respected more, they get hired faster as well. Because when companies are looking for somebody to solve a specific problem, they're not looking for a mechanical engineer. They're looking for somebody who's an expert. And specialization comes with action. So start identifying problems and challenges in your chosen field and figure out a way to contribute to it. For example, let's say you're interested in additive manufacturing. Then don't just read about 3D printing, get hands-on. Learn about advanced techniques in topology optimization, experiment with different materials, and even build prototypes. Which brings us to step 2. Start learning what they don't teach you in school. Because let me be blunt, your degree is not enough. Most mechanical engineering programs are outdated compared to what employers actually look for in the industry. Now sure, you're going to learn the theory, but you're not going to learn how to use the software and the tools that are shaping the industry today deeply enough. What you need to do is you need to learn the skills thoroughly that are in demand right now. Like for CAD and simulation software, master tools like Fusion 360, SolidWorks, ANSYS, and don't just stop at designing basic parts. Learn to create assemblies, run simulations, and optimize designs for manufacturability. For example, you could learn how to reduce material waste while still maintaining the strength of the part by using topology optimization. The point is to not stick to the basics but dive a bit deeper. You can use platforms like GrabCAD or online tutorials to replicate real-world design challenges, such as designing a gear assembly or simulating heat transfer in a cooling system. And then you should learn programming as well. Python, MATLAB, C++ can definitely make you stand out as a mechanical engineer. Imagine being the engineer that can design systems as well as write code to optimize it. Now that is what employers are looking for. Basically get comfortable integrating code into mechanical systems. For example, use Arduino or Raspberry Pi to control any physical prototype that you've built. Or you could model a dynamic system like a robotic arm and simulate its motion and the different inputs. Learn how to do these things. The tutorials are available online for free. The point you gotta remember is that every skill that you add to your toolbox actually gives you an edge. Which brings us to step 3. Build a portfolio that proves that you're the real deal. Here is something that most engineers get wrong. They think that a resume is enough, but it's not. Employers want to see what you can do, not just what you say you can do. So what you need to do is you need to build a portfolio. And this could include personal projects where you've designed or you've built something from scratch, case studies from internships or from work experience where you've solved a real world problem, or research papers and technical reports if you've worked on any academic project. And even if you're just starting out, you can still create small, meaningful projects that showcase your skills. For example, you can learn on YouTube how to simulate airflow over a car body or design and create a 3D prototype of something useful. The key is to make your work visible. You can share it on LinkedIn, on GitHub, and even Instagram. Show the world what you're capable of, and that is how you set yourself apart. Bringing us to step 4. Understand business, not just engineering. This is a perspective that most engineers never even consider. If you understand business, then you'll outpace almost every engineer. Because here's the thing, companies don't just hire engineers to design things. They hire engineers to solve problems that create value. Whether it's saving money, improving efficiency, or generating revenue. If you can connect your engineering work to business outcomes, you'll be indispensable. So what you need to do is you need to learn the basics of finance, of operations, of project management. Understand how to calculate the ROI, the return on investments for your designs. For example, if you're proposing a new HVAC system design, learn how to show how it will reduce operational costs over time. If you want to get ahead of 99% of the crowd, then you're going to have to develop communication skills so you can pitch your ideas to non-engineers like managers and executives. Because engineers who know the why behind their work and not just the how, those are the engineers that actually become leaders. Which brings us to the final step. Step 5 is be the engineer who understands sustainability. If there is one trend that is shaping the future of mechanical engineering, it's sustainability. Sustainability is no longer an option, it's a core priority. Governments are tightening environmental regulations and companies are under a lot of pressure to reduce their carbon footprint. Across the board, industries are being forced to rethink how they design, manufacture, and operate to reduce their environmental impact. So if you want to be that mechanical engineer who's ahead of 99% of other mechanical engineers, then you need to learn about sustainable design principles and how to apply them. Understand life cycle assessments and how to analyze the environmental impact of a product. And then research the industries that are actively working towards a greener future. You should definitely look at job postings of companies that are leaders in sustainability. For example, Tesla. Look at the skills that they're asking for in their job postings. Look at the principles that they value, the software that they mention, and try and learn those skills. Or take SpaceX, for example, and the reusable rockets. See how they reduce waste and reuse materials to make space exploration more efficient and sustainable. The future is sustainability, and the mechanical engineers who align their skills with this movement are the ones who will not just thrive, but they will lead. So if you're not already focusing on these things, then now is the time to start. Now look, the truth is that most people won't do any of these things. They'll stay in their comfort zone and then they'll wonder why they're stuck. But if you're willing to put in the effort, then the opportunities in this field are limitless. With that being said, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because I'll be posting a lot more mechanical engineering videos that you don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.